Good morning. Today is Saturday. It is October 29th. And yeah, I have heat in my house, and guess what? It's warm enough out here not to have a coat on. Go figure. Oh well. It's a good day though, because my husband's going to be able to get the rest of the wood finished up back there, and our son is supposed to be coming to help, and so hopefully that will get all done and we will be ready to go. There's a few other things we have to take care of before the snow flies, like getting the grill put away and some outdoor like solar lights that we have that we put out by the patio, but just little stuff like that, and that should prepare us so that all we have to do is find the shovels. Hard-working guys. Tree came down in the spring. It was rotten on the inside, so we can use it this year. And then there was another tree that he just took down that was actually dead, and it was leaning, he said, towards where he didn't want it to, so he had to kind of maneuver it and make it fall where he wanted to. So he got that down, even though you can't really see it. But yeah, and now I have Missy out in all this, trolling around. Whoa, almost fell. Missy! I doubt if you can see her, but I can barely. She's not being a good girl. Well, they got it all done. All the wood is cut and stacked. Finally, some relief. Well, my husband found a couple old tarps. We're gonna see if we can't get them up, because the winter just really beats them up. And so anyways, we'll see how that works, and hopefully they can get a couple of these tarps up, and maybe we'll only have to buy one. But well, I think it's going to work. Well, that's a good thing. Well, hello again. It's Saturday night. It's dark outside. I've just let my dogs out, and Rick decided that he was hungry for ice cream. So he's ran to the store to get some ice cream. And on the way out, he says, "If they have any of those apple fritters, I think I'm going to buy one." I said, "Well, don't buy one for me." But anyways, you know, he's my undoing too, because try to eat healthy, and I don't think ice cream is on that list. But gotta love him. He loves ice cream. I love ice cream. And I love him. So anyways, I hope you've had a great day, and I hope you have a great evening, and I will talk to you in the morning. Well, good morning. It's Sunday morning, and we're getting ready to go to church. I just wanted to say hi. It's raining here, but it is warm. I actually have my bedroom window open, left it open all night, and it's so warm in the house right now, even though we turned the heat down. I opened up the door to let some fresh air in. Yeah, so I think we could have waited a few more days before we started up the furnace. But hey, it's all good, right? Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful time wherever you go to worship the Lord, and I will talk to you after a little while. Well, we got back from church, and we had a really nice time. They had pastor appreciation dinner afterwards, and one of the ladies made stuffed cabbage rolls. Wow, were they good. But anyways, we had a wonderful time. They had a beautiful cake. It said something like, "Thank you, we love you, Pastor John and Rick," and it was just so sweet. Truly humbling to have so many people looking at you and thinking so highly of you, and You know, we can't put anybody up on a pedestal. No matter how wonderful we think they are, they're still just people. So always remember that. People will always fail you, but Jesus will never fail you. But anyways, besides that, it was it was just a lovely time at church. We really, really appreciated it all. But right now, it's still very overcast, as you can probably tell. Um, the girls needed to come outside, and I really don't think they needed outside. I just think they wanted outside. So, yeah, because I'll show you what Mindy's doing. Yeah, I don't think that was a pup that really needed to go outside. I think that was more of a want. What do you think? But Missy is somewhere down amongst all this, and yep, she is way down there. Missy, that's far enough. Come on. Be a good girl. Come on. And yeah, like I told you before, she doesn't come unless you call her 3 times. Missy, come. Missy, come. Missy, come. Yeah, even that's not always 100% on, is it? As you could well tell, she is totally ignoring me. But yeah, she's going to take her good old time and come wandering back at her own pace. Typical female. I can identify. Hi, it's Sunday night. It's starting to get a little late. My pups are already in bed. But it was a good day. It truly was. And it was nice to be able to have just the whole day after church to be home here. That was really nice. We don't have evening church when there's a dinner after church, but so it was just kind of nice because we don't usually have too many evenings on Sunday nights at home. So anyways, I did want to tell you a little incident that happened earlier with Missy. And that is, my husband brought her to me and he wanted me to look at her, and inside her legs was it was just really red and raw, and I wasn't really sure if it was a whole bunch of ticks. I didn't think it was. I thought it was something else. And, but they were in her skin. And so he got me the tweezers and I pulled one out, and what it was like a thorn, but it wasn't a thorn. It was similar to a burr. It was that sort of consistency, but they had worked their way into her little skin. And we're not just talking a few, we're talking like 30 or more on both sides of her inner back thighs. And I had to pull them out with tweezers. That was the only way to get them out because they were literally sticking in her skin. And a few of them that I had pulled out, they even started to just slightly bleed, kind of like a pinprick type of thing. And she laid there like a good little girl, like you would not believe. She really did. She was, you could tell she didn't like it, but she didn't try to like get away. I mean, here she's laying on her back and her little tush is in my lap. So she's like not even laying flat, you know, she's kind of like going downhill a little bit. And little Missy was so sweet. She's laying on the couch right by her, just really, really quiet with her little ears down, all looking serious, but just stayed right by her side. And I had to pluck all these out of her. And then we washed it with peroxide. But I think that yesterday, when she was over there in the woods with my husband and my son, when they were getting the wood, and I said I can hardly see her, and I had to call her, I think that's probably where she might have picked these up. And that through this last 24 hours, they've worked their way in like little needles. But when we were all done, to give you an example, I mean, I really thought that she was going to go run and hide, because that's what she always does. I mean, if I brush her when I'm done, she runs and hides. If I bathe her, she runs and hides. Not this time. This time, she started to prance around the living room, wagging her tail. Her little tush was up in the air and her little paws down, and she was just kind of like giving a little, you know, and running around just like a little playful pup. It was almost like she was so happy. She felt that much better. Well, before I checked on her before I started this talking to you folks, and it's still quite red and inflamed, so I went ahead and put some Neosporin on it. Even though it doesn't, you can't see, like, there's no cuts, nothing. But, I mean, it is bright red, like the Crayola red. That's how bright her inner thighs are, just unbelievably inflamed. So, I'm sure she's going to be fine, but it just shocked me. But God bless the little pup. She's laying in bed right now. Her little head's on the pillow. She's a happy girl. But I did want to ask you a question, and that is if you've ever heard the song, and I am so sorry, I forgot who sings it. I'm bad. Anyways, it's called There's Hope in Front of Me. Actually, I think it's a couple of years old. I heard it today, and I mean, I know I've heard it before, but today I paid attention to what it actually was saying. And I went ahead and I printed up the lyrics. I wanted to see the exact lyrics of what this song was saying. And I just wanted to read to you the lyrics, the bridge, and then the chorus, because just one of the verses of the lyrics is all I'm going to read. But it just was so beautiful. So just let me read this to you for a moment. There's hope in front of me. There's a light, I still see it. There's a hand still holding me, even when I don't believe it. I might be down, but I'm not dead. There's better days still up ahead. Even after all I've seen, there's hope in front of me. There's a hope still burning. I can feel it rising through the night. And my world's still turning. I can feel your love here by my side. You're my hope. You're the light. I see it. Your hands are holding me, even when I don't believe it. I still have hope. You are my hope. I just thought that was so beautiful, because I don't know if you've ever been in a place where it's hard to even believe. I have, just a few times. And that is a very difficult place to be. But I've learned that when I'm there, to tell God, I'm having a hard time believing. I need you. Help me, God. You know, sometimes the most spiritual prayer a person can pray is just two little words. Help me. Been there where I couldn't pray anything but that, over and over and over. And I can testify that He is faithful, and He will. He will. It's not going to be a little, ta-da, now I got the answers, now everything's good. No, that's not quite the way it goes, because we still live in a real world. We still live in a world where life happens. Stuff happens. Circumstances, problems, difficulties, emotions, the whole thing, you know. It all happens. But we have a real God that loves us. We have a hope. And that hope is holding on to us. Don't ever think you're holding on to the hope, because no, it doesn't work that way. He's holding on to us. And I thank God it's that way, because it's just like little children. That's how it is. We hold on to our children. We keep them safe. We protect them. They cannot defend themselves. And that's how we are. Find me a place in the Bible that says that where He calls us adults. He doesn't. He always calls us children, because that's what we are. But anyways, I just wanted to kind of leave you with that it's okay. Tell God the truth. He can handle it. You won't disappoint Him. He already knows anyways. I hope that you have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow. And until then, remember, life happens. Let's enjoy it. God bless.